I've done something bold. Very bold. I might be a nutter. I don't know. I probably am. Enjoy. Right, before we start, can you check your subscribe, please? Subscriptions are not going anywhere where they should be. YouTube is fucking me around. I'm fed up with it. Just check you're subscribed. You're going to miss out on great content like this if you're not subscribed. Like, comment, all of these things help the algorithms. Fancy buying me a pint or supporting the channel in general? Then there's a PayPal me link scrolling down here. It's also in the description underneath the video. And if you fancy contacting me, then Church House Classics is all one word at gmail.com. So in the UK, you've probably seen this thing being touted around a bit on eBay. It's a 300 TDI Disco, 2-door, no sunroof. Been tricked up a little bit for off-roading, but it's not actually been off-roaded, so the arches are uncut on it, which is nice, isn't it? I've got a 2-inch lift on it, which is going to go. It's got huge wheels on it, which are totally impractical for use on the road, so they're going to go. I shall lob those on eBay. Get rid of them. Oh, if only I had a set of Discovery wheels with tyres on. Oh yes, right. That's that sorted out. It's alright actually. I didn't pay anywhere near what the sticker price was on it. It's presentable. Someone's been at it with one of those horrible stick-on kits. Vile, these things. I need to get all that shit off there. It is what it is. And it's some way different from what it ain't. So it's automatic. It is 300 TDI. Let's get the bonnet out while we're over here. Oh! See, now I've moved that wheel over there. Behave. So it wants a bit of a clean out, but, and I'm going to say but, it's not horrific. It really isn't horrific. It's been breathing a bit. Engine might be fucked, I don't know. It's had some repairs done here and there. Bloody great patch welded in underneath the airbox. Headlight boxes look to be intact. It does actually have an MOT. It's got an MOT for another couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to stand much of a chance of passing another MOT without some work. Notably suspension. Oh, windscreen, driver's sill. I've not had the carpets out yet. I've got no intention of taking the carpets out. Let's see if we can get it MOT first. And the idea is to use it as a works truck. It smells doggy in here, and I think that the seat has collapsed. Soon fix that, don't you worry. Yeah, non-sunroof option as well, which is probably why it's still on the road and not been turned into a Beco washing machine, because these things, they don't have great value, but non-sunroof means that the internals tend to stay drier. That would be interesting, wouldn't it, if I take that out? Is it going to come out, or is it screwed in still? Screwed in still. Can't be asked. Yeah, another comedy time. Should get rid of that lot. As you can see, it's all there. Rear seat is absolutely shagged out. Well, a couple of pull-over seat covers should fix that. Driver's seat's collapsed. Again, once it's supported, then a seat cover. This has got a lot more padding underneath it than that one has. I suspect the webbing's broken on the underside of it. That's really not a problem. I can sort that out. Sun visor drops down on that side by the looks of things. Headlining is headlining. That's what the headlining does, I'm afraid. It'll just come out. It will come out. I don't know what to say about it, really. I'm sure you lot don't know what to say about it, really. Usual lacquer peel. Someone's chopped the end of the sill off because of the big wheels, chopped the leading edge of the bumper off because of the big wheels. But these bits can be replaced. There was a headlight washer there. That's got a bit of condensation inside it. Probably just get another pair of headlights. We'll see. The seal's gone. These aftermarket bloody corners are pretty gopping. It's got a battery. It has got a battery. Does it start? Where's the keys? What have you done with the keys, Richard? Lacquer peel on the bonnet. There's the keys. One key. One key. $157,000 miles. It's got a radio and a cup holder and a phone mount and a clock. Lots of blanks. Option deletes. I've seen smoother 300 TDIs, I'll be honest. I suspect that's not firing on all four. It's a bit noisy, isn't it? Luckily, it hasn't got fly-by-wire throttle. It's got a throttle cable. I think the belt tension is shagged out on it. It's actually not that bad. Should we turn it off? Should we turn it off? Some of that stick on wood. Why do people do it? I don't know. Stick on veneers. It's going to look a lot better without all that shit all over it. It's even around the key. Look, I've only got one key. Now I think these keys are the ones that don't have the chip inside them. So I think if I just get another one of those cut, I'll have two keys. Woo! That works. Radio works. Yeah. So that's actually got wood underneath it, and they've stuck wood over the top of it. I'm not quite sure I understand why. Veneer over veneer. Only two electric windows at the front. It's got an 230R transfer box with the H-gate on the high-low. Now this was jammed up yesterday. It's still jammed up now, so that'll need fixing. We've got a whole load of shit that needs fixing. But if I get it road legal, then it becomes something that I can use on a daily basis and start to go around improving where I possibly can. Very manual. Very manual. Not going to attempt to open the back windows because seals on the Alpine lights look good. Seals on the side windows look terrible. So those need to come out at some point and be refitted with new seals. I suspect that is not going to retain or repel water. Underneath, let's go underneath. This sill has got a little bit of gnarly at the base of the B-post. I'm going to give it a damn good clean off. So this sill is not as pretty as the other sill. The other sill is also not pretty, but is salvageable. Donut is fucked. They all do that, sir. I'm inclined to actually just put a standard prop shaft from a Range Rover on it and ignore the donut, so I can change the nose on the front of the diff. I've got a fair few of those kicking around, and do away with that. Rest of it, well, I don't know what to say really. It's going to need less work than my Range Rover to get on the road. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot better. I'll tell you now, the money I paid for it, it's a fucking bargain. Oops, there goes the camera. It's a fucking bargain. Well, I say a fucking bargain. Even the mirrors work. You keep your sandwiches up there. So yes, I think a bloody good service. Find out if it's the tensioner that is, because you can see the tensioner wobbling, and I suspect it's the tensioner that's gone ape. That's easy enough to get off, isn't it? Just put a spanner on there and take the belt off. See if the noise goes away. And then really give it a service, see where we are with it. I don't know much about the engine or the turbo or anything else. I've got no history on this thing whatsoever, but then it was cheap. Looks like it might have had a cooling episode at some point. Probably could do with finding out if there's any coolant in there. Oh, you hear that? That is very crunchy. Yeah, I think I'm going to feed back about this. Rusty patch there. Could put a patch over that to weld that up. Lots of similarities with the Range Rover soft dash and this soft dash. So for instance, we've got the swimming pool up here. There's the swimming pool. You can see it on these though when you lift the bonnet. So probably drill a couple of precautionary holes in there, but it doesn't look to have been welded. There's a hole through to the floor there. We'll see. Start the front, work my way back. Patchy McPatch face. The idea is it's never going to be a show queen. It's never going to be anything other than a works vehicle. And if that engine's fucked, well, I've got another fucked engine over here. That crunchy hose. Yes. Well, there's one of the wheels off. Look at the difference in the height between the standard spring and these heightened springs, which I needed spring compressors to get off because I couldn't drop the axle low enough. Now, tyres I've taken off the Ghost Train. Well, two of them are 235/70 R16s, and two of them, including one almost new Michelin, are 205s. So that one I'll probably hang on to and sell, scrap that one, keep the best of these two as a spare. I think ultimately we're going to get 4 new tyres on this. I might have a chat with the boys and see what they think about those Michelins and just leave those on the back. I don't think they've got a date stamp on them. Nope, can't see one, which means they're fucking ancient. But it will do as a spare. So it keeps me one wheel as a spare. And then, if anyone wants a Michelin 205, there we are. I should add, these aren't standard springs. These are standard height plus 25% load. Famous for part number F4RFO. Famous for 25% standard height. Well, they are what is going on. Mark my words. I'm using, right, okay, standard height springs, standard 205 tyres on the front. Right, let's do this side. Well, that looks a shitload better. I'll get 235 tyres on it. These are 205s on it at the moment. I'll get 235s on it. It'll give it a little bit more of a beefy look. But it doesn't need the 2-inch lift for what I plan to do with it. So, back end next. So then you can see, there's the boot floor. The reason the boot floor's out, because it stinks in there. And it stinks because it's a little bit damp. But it's not damp with water, it's damp with diesel or oil or something. So I'm going to give that a decent pressure wash off and see if it comes back. If it doesn't, I'll just get another bit of carpet. The underlay, E-bar, similarly, it's not water, it's oil or diesel. Something's leaked. Doesn't matter. Fucking check this floor out though. Hay and stuff in here, it needs damn good clean out. The only bits of rust that I can find are over there. I'll give that a tap. This side is not too bad. Wheel arches look serviceable. It's not the shambles I was expecting. Cobwebs come free of charge, look. Spiders' nests. Screen washer. It looks like it's got central locking on it as well. I have got a key fob. It doesn't do anything. So that's another thing I'll investigate. And then it's had a dog in it or something because they've torn the rear tailgate seal up. But that's not a problem. Replace the tailgate seal. I'll then straighten it out, get a new plastic sill on it, and that's the outside done. It's missing that bracket off there. I can soon make one of those. Or just lose that. These are fucking useless, these things. What happens is when you crash into something, it just breaks the back lens. Now, interestingly, these were taped over on the back, so it's indicator and side light. Completely taped over. So, the lights are available. If the wiring's there, I'll just reinstate them. Bumper might need to come off anyway to get itself cleaned up and painted. Now, quite pleased so far. It drives a lot better now. I've got normal tyres on the front here. It goes around corners. I'll need to suss out what's going on with this seat though. I can't drive it like that. It's like sitting on the floor. But I suspect what's happened is the webbing or something has gone on the bottom of the seat. It's not the end of the world. Right, I'm going to pack up now. These tyres are going to go on the back tomorrow. And I'm going to get rid of the springs and put the standard heights 25% stronger springs. These all came from Famous 4. Couldn't even tell you when I got them. It's a fucking long time ago though. I bought these a very long time ago. But these here, that's rear. Famous 4, standard height, plus 25%, F4RR0. And they'll go on. And then there's a set of 2-inch lift springs and a set of Bayfield wheels are going to end up on eBay. I've got another fucking great one of these. Might not be. There's one over there behind the door. And I think there's one. So I'll get rid of the lot as a unit. That was the spare. Another one there, look. It's a Grizzly Claw. I'll sell the lot as a unit. So if anyone's interested. If they're interested, they're interested. If they're not, they're not. Might need an aerial. I thought these things came with roof bars, but evidently not. Back ends up in the air. What have we found? Well, we found these hidden behind black tape on the back bumper. They look like they need fixing, don't they? I found this, which was an advisory on last year's MOT. As you can see, a year of sitting there doing fuck all has not improved the situation, but that is not a difficult repair. It's literally just a rear body mounting on the back end of the sill. See and fix that. Dampers. Yeah, fucking great big long things. And springs, fucking great big dangerous things. And pivots on rear axle, dead. And prop shaft, fucked. See if we can get the prop shaft, the pivot and the springs done today. And then I can come back and do these. I'll order up the kit. I think it's YRMIT does the rear end of the sill and the body mount. And there's a couple of other bits on the sills that need doing as well. And straighten that wing out at the front there. That needs doing, look at that. Yes. Looks like it's had steps or something on it in the past, because we've got this bracket here and that bracket there, so it's probably had steps, side steps, but they're going to come off. In fact, looking at this, when I get this plastic cover off, we may actually find it's going to be easier putting a short sill on or a sill repair section on. We'll have a look. This plastic thing needs to come off anyway because it's been chopped off at the front, which is a shame, but never mind. And then bushing. Fucking hell, Wayne, can you make any more fucking noise? Bushing looks a bit shagged out, doesn't it? Might need to do that as well. That's not going to pass an MOT. That's easy enough though. So I'll order up bushes, dampers. I've got a proper prop shaft that can go on there. And welding repairs. We'll have this on the road. A couple of weeks, I reckon, this on the road. Well, that's all 4 of the high lift springs off. I'm going to take the back axle off. Main reason being is the bushing, as you've seen already, is absolutely shot. I want to change the nose piece on the prop shaft because the rubber has definitely seen better days. I suspect because of the high lift, it's just torn itself apart. So that's scrap. I probably could get another rubber, I suppose, but I just don't like it. Right, so I've disconnected the brake flexi. That should all be now hanging loose. Ordered new flexes. Let's get the axle down and on the ground. So realistically, I shall use my wooden trolley. Worked really well last time. It's going to work really well this time. I've ordered up all of the suspension bushes and everything. We'll see where we get to with it. Knackered. A-frame had to come off because we've got similar problem to the one we had with the Royal car. And then when I started looking at it, I thought it probably needs to come off anyway because those bushes will be shagged out. So they're going to come off also. And then I'll end up poly bushing it at the back end here. We'll see what the front end's like. I'll end up poly bushing the front end, but really wanted to see what I could achieve. And then I started looking more closely at this sill, and I went along it with Mr. Tappy, and yeah, it could be better, couldn't it really? I'm going to take the plastic cover off. On the inside edge, it's had a patch here already, you can see. It's had a patch there. It needs a patch at the back. Do I just drill all the fucking spot welds out and just drop the sill off and put a new inner sill and outer sill repair section? Now when I say repair section, all of this lot gets cut off. You can see this has been in the sea or something. There's a lot of sand in here. I did know that the sill was going to be compromised to a certain extent. I'm just kind of a little bit faffed off, I guess. Rather hoping to be able to get away without having to do that. Now let's see if we can get this. We can get the camera to behave itself. I'm sure we can. There we go. Let's get this prop shaft off. Probably find the inner UJ is also fucked. Don't feel too bad. Right, so that's the prop shaft. Now, the other reason for taking the axle off, of course, the other reason for taking it off, if I don't go down the donut route, I need to get this pin out before I can get to the nut that secures the input shaft. And then while I'm at it, I'll change the bearing, etc, etc, etc. It goes on and on. Never mind. The rest of it is going swimmingly. Natter. Natter. You absolute natter. There's a bolt under there. Can I get hold of it? Yes, I can. Oh. And then I'm pleased I drained the brakes down because the fluid was black. Probably going to fit a new master cylinder on it, and we'll see where we go to after that. It's going to end up being a full fucking rebuild by the time we finish it. But if it's my works vehicle, I want it to be able to get through an MOT without it being a struggle. Yeah, I think. Now, one thing I haven't worked out yet. If I do the sills, do I need to take the outer wings off? If I need to take the outer wings off, are they a screw-on affair like they are with the... Oh, I don't think they are. They might be. They've got all the windows and everything. I'll do it without taking the wings off. It's a lot easier. Right, kettle's on. We're going to go and have a nice cup of tea. And the axle's on the deck. Yeah, these were a bastard because basically, essentially, they are almost certainly original, I reckon. And as you can see, the rubber's swollen up and then split. And these were a bugger to get out from the chassis, but they're out. And trailing arms, drag links, whatever you want to call them, they're out too. Bushes are going to get pressed out. If that's original, they're original. I'll push them out. I think it's going to be the easiest way of doing it. I'm going to have a cup of coffee first of all, though. That was bloody hard work, that was. I've ordered all the bits up, so hopefully we can get all that together now.